Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sheenam Bansal. So today we will talk about the acromioclavicular joint injuries. Acromioclavicular joint injuries. We know acromioclavicular joint is diarthroidal joint. So it can be injured with direct blow on the shoulder. Firstly, we have two ligaments important here, acromioclavicular ligaments, acromioclavicular ligament, and second is the coracoclavicular ligament. Coracoclavicular ligament has further two parts, conoid and trapezoid. Trapezoid part is lateral and conoid part is medial. From the lateral end of clavicle, trapezoid part is 3 centimeter 3 centimeter away 3 centimeter away, and trapezoid conoid part is 4.5 centimeter away. According to Rockwood classification, we have six types of acromioclavicular joint injuries. In the first type, acromioclavicular joint provides acromioclavicular ligament provides horizontal stability, that is anteroposterior stability. Coracoclavicular ligament provides vertical stability. In the type 1, we have acromioclavicular ligament strain and coracoclavicular ligament is intact. So we apply here sling for 1 week. We do immobilization with the help of sling and then we keep it for the 1 week. In the type 2, we have acromioclavicular ligament torn and coracoclavicular sprain. Okay, acromioclavicular ligament torn. It means we don't have horizontal stability, and CC ligament only sprain is there. If we compare both the sides, right and left, we will see there is less than 20% of increase in the coracoclavicular interval in the affected side than the opposite side. We apply here sling for 2 weeks and then physiotherapy. In the type 3 we can do non-operative and operative treatment. Actually there is a dislocation. We need to reduce it. Here, acromioclavicular and coracoclavicular both are torn, and increase in coracoclavicular interval is more than 20%. That is 20 to 100% may be there. So we will do conservative or operative treatment. We have to do before applying sling. We have to reduce this because there is much dislocation. So we have how will we reduce the acromioclavicular joint? We will push clavicle downward and we will push elbow up. That's how we will reduce it. Type 4, 5, and 6. Remember it as PSI. In the type 4, 5, and 6, all the three are irreducible. We cannot reduce them. In the type 4, we have posterior dislocation of the clavicle. In the type 5, we have superior, and in the type 6, we have inferior. Type 4 is ruled out by axillary view. In the axillary view, you can see whether a clavicle is dislocated posteriorly or not. Okay, and in the type 5, we have disruption of the deltoid and trapezoid fascia also, and there is superior dislocation that cannot be reduced. Okay, in the type 6, we have inferior dislocation, that is clavicle goes below the coracoid. Now, after the classification, we will talk about the special views for the acromioclavicular joint injuries. Firstly, we have the Zanka views. In the actually what happens when we take the AP view, the maximum radiations are taken up by the AC joint so as to make the glenohumeral joint visible. When we put the radiations X-ray beam, when we put the X-ray beam in the direction of in this direction with 15-degree angle, this is the now X-ray beam. Now what happens? Acromioclavicular joint will have less radiations and will be more visible. So this is the logic behind the Zanka view. Then we have axillary view. Axillary view we know to rule out the type 4 injury, that is posterior dislocation of the clavicle. Stress view will differentiate between the type 2 and type 3. So as to we what will we do? We will put the stress on the arm so as to become the clavicular interval more visible. See, now in the treatment, I have already told you about type 1, 2, and 3. In type 1, 2 to 3, we can use the sling and make the immobilization. For the 4, 5, and 6, we have for acute injuries, we have two options, either rigid fixation or flexible. In the rigid fixation, what is the disadvantage of rigid fixation? That we cannot move the acromioclavicular joint, or we cannot move the shoulder joint. Cause if we move the shoulder joint, what will happen? This rigid fixation can break, implant can break. So before we start the mobilization, we have to remove the implant, otherwise it will break. So we use the flexible fixation these days, that is endo buttons and tightrope. Endo buttons and tightrope we use nowadays. Now we have three more options, that is modified Weaver Dunn procedure. What do we do in this procedure? We will excise the distal clavicle. And then we will attach the acromioclavicular ligament. We will dissect the insertion of the acromioclavicular ligament from acromion and will attach to the distal end of the clavicle. That is the Weaver Dunn procedure. Then we can do reconstruction of the cracoclavicular ligament with the help of palmaris longus and semitendinosus. And in cases of pain only, we can use the excision only, that is the distal clavicle excision. In cases of only pain and in the cases of instability, we can use the modified Viverden and CC reconstruction. So that was all about the acromioclavicular joint injuries.